Yeah, because I told you guys that I was gonna leave you topics that you were supposed to
Oh,
cover without me.
Oh,
And then
I
yeah,
thought.
Victor just died. That's why I
dude, I
named
was
it my
so sick,
topics.
man.
I gave you guys no links. I was just like, your goal was to figure out what the storyline was and make it come together. That's why I put so much description in there, bruv.
Yeah, fair.
I mean, that's
Well,
true.
now I
And
guess we'll just do them together and I have my own
Now I can
section.
just blend them in. Yeah, it's okay. I wish
But
I
low
put
key,
more
I was like,
detail
this is easier. It's easier now that I know which ones are mine.
because I don't know what store I was mad at when I wrote this note. I was mad at some employee. I'll figure it out. It'll come back to me. It's fine.
Okay, I see us live. Hi, you
Yeah, we're
guys.
live.
so you don't even know who you're mad at. You must have been really
I
mad.
was pissed off at some employee, and I was like, "Why do they do this shit to me?" And I wrote it down, and I'm trying to remember where it was because this is like over a week ago because I was before I was sick.
Mm.
We're gonna find out. It's okay. I remember the gist of it.
All
We will
right.
find
Well,
out
we're
together.
live. I see that.
Yeah, we're live in the places.
We're back on YouTube's.
Yeah,
We're on the tube. Oh my gosh. Momager's
it's a
been mad, you
little.
guys. She's like, you guys ain't been on here or what?
So we all get on the Twitch, man.
Oh yeah,
What's
here.
up?
God, teaching my mom Twitch. Mom, do you want to learn Twitch?
I know.
Let me know.
All right. You ready?
Yeah.
Okay. Let me make sure I have that on. That's on. It's gonna be a hot one. I love summers here on the podcast. This is great. Okay. And here we go.
Dude, it's another one.
What up, dudes?
What's up?
I'm Victor.
I'm Evelyn.
And I'm Mark.
Welcome to the show. We are to live and talk in LA.
Let's get it.
What's that?
What
You
up?
guys remember that? What's that?
Yeah.
What's that?
What's that? K-Fred.
It sounds like the homies are back.
We're
oh my god.
back.
We're back.
Victor,
We
Evelyn,
undid our makeover and we're back.
you're back. It's good to have you. Shit.
Did you guys miss me? Although Victor and I were gone the same amount of time.
I missed
Yeah.
you still, though. It was nice. I didn't talk to
Aw.
you for like a week and a half. It's a long time.
I know. It's funny because you put in your notice that you're going to be gone that date. You gave us ample notice, by the way. It was like
Yes,
3
I
weeks
did.
notice.
That was
I'm nothing
classy.
if not profesh.
It was profesh. You told us, hey, I might be off, and you confirmed it. And I said, okay, cool. And then the day of the show, Victor said, I'm sick. And I said, okay, cool. Well,
You have
we'll
to
figure
pivot.
something out. Yeah, we
He was
pivoted.
like, I'm going to the ER. Things are not well.
Shit strikes fast, man.
Yeah, and well, again, big thank you to Jordan and Steph from the League of Ridiculous
Thanks,
Conversations,
guys.
which
They're
you
so
can find
cool.
on Twitch on Tuesdays at 7 p.m., who filled in and let me rant about ice and bidets and all that good stuff. So we didn't
They
miss a
were
beat,
awesome.
but we missed you.
They put up with a lot from you, I will say, because
Yeah,
I
they were
heard
great.
you say that you were going to try and drop your mark line 3 times. And I was like, he best not. He knows there's a cap. There's a capacity. You can only do one per episode. And I was like, this is what happens when it's like the kids are home without the parents. You know, Mark's just going to say the line 3 times. So thank you, Stephanie, and thank you, Jordan, for dealing with our troublesome child.
Yeah, I just started going buck wild up in this bitch. So, but yeah, it's good. You know what's funny is I know we're all friends, or we like to act like we're friends.
Good
But when you
correction.
said you're out of
Yeah.
office, I was like, I'm gonna try to pump the brakes on the group chat. So I don't want to make it seem like I'm being too invasive of your time because if we're taking time away.
He
Wow.
pumped the
You're
brakes
taking
on me. He was like, "Hey, man,
Yeah,
chill out, bro."
Up, Victor.
I pumped the brakes on Evelyn. I started texting Victor directly. I'm like, hey.
She's out of office, dude. Oh,
Yeah.
okay. Sorry.
You're
like-
such a freak because you do things like that.
He does.
I
And I'm
mean,
always like, I don't know, they can just mute it. Who cares? But he's a very nice guy. He's like, no. We're
was like,
sidebar.
Aw.
we
I would
sidebar.
never mute you guys.
Yeah, but I did that for you because I again work-life balance.
That's respect right there.
Yeah.
Although I was pissed that you decided to go on a fuck ice tangent without the two Hispanic people on the podcast.
That's true.
Yeah.
But I mean, hey, advocacy is advocacy, and fuck ice anyway. So I'm glad at least it was talked about in real time.
I'm bummed you
I
talked
mean-
about bidets without me because I have opinions on bidets too, but that's okay.
Well, okay, hold up.
The $30 bidet.
I feel
Yeah.
like, in all honesty, here is your platform to live and talk in LA, which you can find on Apple Podcast, Spotify, or however your podcasts is your platform, Victor and E. So if you want to kind of take the stage and just talk, if you want to, I mean, like again, I spoke from mi corazón is what they say. So that's what I did it for La Raza. But by all means, if it's your time.
I don't know, it's okay. I got plenty of stuff, and I want to keep it fresh for our listeners here. K-Fred, he's here again, as always. He's going to hear about bidets again, dude. You know, he's been there, done that. It's okay.
I mean, I think you did a pretty good rant. I really thought you
Yeah.
could just go off on a full manifesto for a moment, or like filibuster, like the longest filibuster ever on this. But I think the crowd knows where we stand. And if you don't, follow us on Instagram, and you'll keep seeing that stuff.
Frick Ice,
Up
dude.
Strong, LA United. Oh, guys.
Yeah. Yeah, I was just worried the ice got you guys. That's it. So I was like, hey, let me shout. to the
You're such
masses.
a dick.
Yeah.
People have been telling me at work, like, hey, are you like carrying your passport? I'm like, dude, I have like glasses and a laptop bag. Like, I think I'm okay, probably. Like, I don't think they're coming for me yet, but maybe I should. I don't know. I was talking to like a dude who just could pass for white on Saturday, and he's like, I'm carrying my passport now, bro. I'm like, shit, maybe I should too. I don't know. I look Mexican.
Well, okay, like here is my thoughts on this too, which is I don't think ICE is going through the checklist and procedures and the SOPs and saying, show me your identification. I don't think they're really giving you a chance.
They don't
This is
believe
my-
you. Yeah.
This is my hot topic, which is you can probably show them your real ID, you can show them your passport, you can show them your fourth grade report card, and I don't know if that's gonna be good enough. So Victor, just wear
Yeah,
your nerd
dude.
shit on, like, put your hentai stickers on your laptop bag.
Dude, it's just a be safe out there moment. Like, it sucks out there. But today, let's focus on the real task at hand, which is cleaning up the Bible. We are going to do a spring cleaning episode, even though it's almost basically summer, right? Is that
Wow.
starting soon? I don't know. Father Mark loves to drop a bazillion dad links in what we call our show Bible. And today, some of us, we're just gonna round robin them, and we're gonna figure it out. We're gonna get through them and see if Mark is just wrong about what's good content too. So I'm taking the first one. I already picked one. You said to pick one at random.
Okay.
I'm picking a story. 19 things TV and movies have tricked non-Americans into thinking are universal, but are only popular in the States. Which I was like, this is my zone right here. Number one, Americans have pep rallies every year at public school. I'm pretty sure there was no bearing on whether the student body attends more sports or not, and we definitely don't do it for the art, so it's weird. That's the quote on this picture. Pep rallies are only for the States?
God.
Pep
You
rally.
guys aren't doing this anywhere else?
I don't
mean-
remember having. I only remember having one pep rally in my high school per year. So
Really?
it was only one.
We had a few.
and- So I went to Hoover High School. It's in Glendale, and apparently, there's Hoover and there's Glendale High. It's the longest running high school football feud west of the Mississippi, is how it's been pitched to us.
Oh, hell
So
yeah.
it's been going on. It's been going on forever.
And you only one pep rally a year?
And it-
Sorry, continue.
The pep rally was for that. It was for
Oh.
Glendale. So that was the only time that we ever came united as a school. Other than that, we all like just nope the fuck out of that place. There was no pep rallies. And you had pep rallies?
Dude, we had like
We had a few.
4 to 5 a year easy, if not more.
I remember being like, what? Really? This is a pep rally? Oh, okay. I guess I'll go. Like, I don't know. I always thought it was odd, but I would go.
There was like a
Were you pumped on
homecoming
it?
one, and there was like a prom mid-season one, and like I don't know. I was on a spirit squad. I don't know if you guys know that. Fun fact. I was
Oh,
on a song
whoa.
team. So if you guys are familiar with the USC Song Girls, it's kind of that fashion. We're basically like cheerleaders, but we don't tumble and we don't do stunts. We
It's like
dance a little
color
more
guard.
jazzy. It's a little more jazzy. Like we have little pom-poms, but it's like a dancey move. It's not really like cheery cheery.
Any like recordings or anything we can throw on the pod? Is there any historical
Uh,
data?
I,
I'd love to
I
see
can
that.
find, I I can try. I'll try to
Doesn't
find
have to be like a
something because
close
there's
up.
something in the no, there's
Just
something in the YouTube ether. I'll try to bring it back for you guys. But
that's really interesting.
yeah, pep rallies to me was like performance time, you know. So I was always like excited.
You okay? It's funny because I was surprised, and then after the surprise and shock settled, I'm like, it makes complete sense,
Tracks
Victor.
for sure. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, I'm so loud. I never shut up. The skirts and all that is not like so me, but it's like
Mhm.
part of the territory. So whatever.
I was just totally like, oh, I can fuck around here for 40 minutes instead of whatever else we're supposed to do. I'm down. I would go. Like, I'm fine with that, you know? Anything
That's
to
a
get out of
lit pep
class.
rally.
Yeah.
You were
Hell
like,
yeah.
"Oh my God, some girls are gonna be dancing," and I was like, "Yeah, I get to dance."
I'm
you
down.
know?
Yeah, will the volleyball team be there? I'm down. That's where all the hotties were at my high school was volleyball team, surprisingly.
Ooh.
Not the cheerleaders. But yeah, pep rallies. That's a fun one, actually.
Yeah, that is a fun one. Okay, cool. Number two. In a lot of movies, some characters would say, "Get a room," which I thought was such a lame joke. My surprise was hearing some Americans actually mention the joke. People do say "get a room."
I've definitely said that before. I
That's
feel like a
also
grandpa,
only
though.
American?
Well, I think
guess.
for people who are sex positive like Sweden, they just start fucking in front of you.
Yeah, in
Mm.
Spain, they don't care. They share partners.
Yeah, they're gonna just start tapas all over you, dude. So I think that's yeah. Get a room.
Yeah,
Is
that,
get a
we
room
use
funny,
that.
or is that just like a dad joke though? Because I feel like it's kind of like okay, dude.
Or it's also like when you and your friends are like together in like high school, and then there's that
Mhm.
one couple that's just going like a little too far, and
Yeah,
you're like, dude, get a fucking room.
yeah.
Like
I
we
think it's
use it in a lot of, that's
I
crazy.
think it's
I need to know
worthy.
more about this. If
Yeah,
we have international listeners, let us know if this is not a thing in your area. I'm
Yeah,
curious.
I know we have people in Australia listening. I've seen the insights. I
yeah.
see.
Okay,
It's probably a giant.
Australia.
It's probably a giant spider that's tuning in right now. It's like, oi, check this
That's
out, man.
better. That's
Yeah,
sick, dude. I should
this
love
shit is
that.
funny, mate.
That's so funny.
Well, what are other so like, there's get a room. One of my other favorite '90s lines are, "That's so funny, I forgot to laugh."
Oh yeah, I haven't heard that in a long time. That's true.
I like that "eat my shorts" was actually a thing that people said, but then it just turned into a Simpsons thing, you know?
Hmm.
Was it? I thought that was totally Bart. That's funny.
People would like elder, I don't know what age this is, boomer era maybe.
Eat my shorts.
They would say things like "eat my shorts" as a like
Because you
fuck
couldn't
you.
say eat shit. You had to say eat my shorts.
Yeah,
Eat my
eat my
shorts.
Now
shorts,
we've pulled the
Bob.
labels or the veil off of all that stuff.
So
Hmm.
is "eat my shorts" a euphemism for "eat my shit" or "eat my ass"?
I think it's both. I think it's just like bad. Eat
I'm like
something
both.
bad.
Yeah, I went
Yeah.
both.
Eat a
Yeah,
dick.
both.
Could be anything like that.
As if.
Okay.
As if.
As if. That's a good one.
As if
Oh,
is.
me and K Fred simpatico. I didn't even see that shit in the chat.
Oh, really?
See
I
it,
thought you
though.
were reading
See
that.
it.
That's funny.
No,
Yeah.
it's a-
Yeah, on it.
Because my girl loves
Um,
Clueless, I'm back on As If. I like As If. I say it
Dude,
now.
Clueless has so many quotable things.
Yeah.
Is
Get-
that is Clueless Voltaire hair or is that yeah or Princess Diaries? I can't remember.
What?
I think it's Princess Diaries because I don't remember that.
Voltaire
And I saw it recently.
hair.
But I
Oh,
also
that-
wasn't
yeah.
listening.
Yeah, dude, gag me with a spoon, bro.
Okay, I'm skipping number 3 because it's just Thanksgiving dinner.
Okay.
Number 4, I always thought that steam gushing out of sewers, drains, and manhole covers was just a cheesy movie thing for dramatic effect. I guess I thought the prop team must enjoy Smoke Machine. They didn't realize that this is real. Does that make us just disgusting, or is that like a New York thing? Do you see that in LA?
No, that's a New York thing because
Yeah.
I in Hollywood, the Pantages Theater. Okay, here's a good story. Is like there's the subway that goes under Pantages and it runs through, and I've never seen smoke from it, so I have to assume it's a New York thing, dead ass. And I think that, and I think it's because the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles run the sewer lines over there.
Oh, dude, that's a good
They're getting
conspiracy.
steamy. Yeah. Yeah, I've never
I
seen
Or
remember-
that.
maybe it was just because they have winters, you know.
I feel like manholes
my-
have a lot more action in movies that I've never seen. You ever climb down one with your friends? You ever like needed to go down there? Never in my life. But I feel like that's like a
No.
thing in movies.
But
I
they
think-
also shoot up steam, like hot steam.
What is that? Yeah, that's like if the lid flies off and it makes that noise and everything. It's like, what the fuck is that?
Wait, and in movies, they really undersell how fucking heavy those things are too.
Uh-huh.
Like, I mean, for good reason, they have to be heavy. But in movies, they just pick it up with one hand,
No
and
way.
they're just like, "Let me get in there."
It's not
And it-
happening, dude.
And then not only do they do that, they just jump on in.
Yeah.
I'm like, I you gotta let me ease in there just a little bit.
I need to get a flashlight. I need to inspect, dude. I'm
There's
not
probably
just
mole
jumping
people
down
in
there.
there,
It's
you know, like-
nuts.
Yeah, there's a species down there. I need
Also,
it to be
though,
investigated.
I feel like these are tricky because like North America or the United States is fucking huge. So it's like you can fit like like 50 countries in here that have totally different cultures. It's like I don't know what they're doing over there. You know, some of this stuff might apply. We need an East
Wow,
Coaster.
that's an interesting way to think about it.
I don't know. Maybe the manholes are blowing up like in Mississippi or something. I don't know.
Science, you in the chat? Let us
Yeah.
know.
Yeah, New York is wild, dude. I think it's just the rat infestation leading up to the Rat King.
Yeah. Nah, we're not going in those manholes. That's surprisingly a specific state thing. I'm gonna skip number 5 too because it's tipping and Mark doesn't need another episode to talk about tipping. Number 6, I learned from another post that people in Europe who came to the US couldn't believe the yellow school bus was a real thing. How do they get to school? Do they walk? Or is it like white or is it a van?
I don't under. Yeah, that one I don't understand. It's like, even if like you saw a yellow school bus, like, how hard is it to comprehend that people took the bus to school?
Yeah,
I
they
don't
don't have
understand.
buses in other countries. Like, what the fuck? Even
And
if it's
then
not yellow,
here's-
so what?
There's a second comment from somebody named Gunmetal Xerox that says, apparently, when it pulls over, everyone on the road has to stop. I've been online for 15 years and only learned that one like 6 months ago. So they would just make somebody drive them there or walk there.
Is anybody stopping for buses? Because I'm not. Those kids got to figure it out. This is Los Angeles.
Well,
When they pull out that little side stop
Mhm.
sign, I'm not going anywhere, dude. If there's a cop around that block, I'm not about to take that ticket.
That's me
I
going
stay.
around like that. What the hell, dude? I can give
You
you a
know,
little honk.
that is a hardcore ticket, and I remember that because when I went to pay when I was getting hit with a littering ticket for smoking, the person before me was there because she was there to fight the ticket for going around the bus with the extended stop sign arm.
Yep.
So she got a ticket for that.
Yeah. I'm not going to be that person.
With that being said about the yellow bus, my school, we had a yellow bus, but it was the short yellow bus. Only for the special people. That was it. Everything else, like, you were on your own. Like, you'd get dropped off to school or you took the local bus, which was not a yellow bus, it was the city bus.
Mm-hmm. Like
Glendale's
the Dash
crazy,
or
man.
something, or like the Metro or something.
Yeah, the only time we had the yellow bus was for field trips.
No, I yellow bused because I was magnet program out of city. So I was on like a school bus route that stopped at other schools. So you just walk to like a nearby school and it would pick you up there.
I always got dropped off at school. I don't really know. I don't really get this whole bus thing, but
Then when that got
It's
weird,
great.
I just did the Metro because I was like, it's just as good. I'd get there faster, you know, and I was old enough to kind of walk a little bit.
mhm.
Interesting. No school buses elsewhere. Number 7 is kind of lame, you guys. When I compare my personal life experience in Germany with US movies, dating always seems like an American thing. In Germany, it feels like you just meet through whatever circumstance, talk to each other, find common interests, find excuses to spend time with each other. Yeah, I don't know.
This is hard to understand because I'm too American for these. I mean, I don't know. Like, do people? What is dating like in other places? It sounds like it's better, I guess.
Okay, there's a second comment that says it's basically like there's too much romance. Like you in America, we declare like I have a romantic interest for you, and if you do too, let's go out together and see if it leads to something. As opposed to just like meeting somebody, talking,
hanging
and
out.
realizing you guys have a lot of stuff in common, and then it just turns into something like that.
Yeah. I would
dating
like that.
culture.
Yeah.
That's
Well,
different.
it's I guess like let's talk about TV in America, for example, like versus even even Canada. Did you watch Schitt's Creek?
Yeah.
Part.
Like when you watch Schitt's Creek, like I love that show. But
So
when you're
good.
watching it, there's something you can feel something different about it, and it's the pacing, and it's very like it's very slow and methodical. Like in American TV and movies, it's now we have to up the stakes, up the ante, and then get to like that crescendo of like the story. And it's for us to just be like, hey, like Evelyn, I guess I kind of like you. Like maybe we can just like go like play pickleball, and then there's no interest in like in just being normal people. We have to up the ante of like, oh my god, you walk into the room slow motion, and like all the people stop moving and go slow, and then we look at you and the music hits and they play Sixpence None the Richer, Kiss Me, and then the wind is blowing in your hair and we all look at you and Victor's like, who's that babe? that's
Zoom
Yeah.
in, slow mo.
Yeah.
okay. New video idea. Victor walks in slow mo. We all have to look at him like the hot chick in the room. For our production.
When you say the hot chick, do you mean
Yeah.
classics 2000s the hot chick?
oh,
Like
the,
hot
the
chick?
movie? Like,
Yeah.
well, no, a hot chick. Well, not the hot chick, because I think you're talking
okay.
about Rob Schneider.
Movie.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I am indeed talking
No.
about Rob Schneider.
So, okay, we're gonna have Victor get on the bus, and we'll be slow motion, and we're like, oh my god,
That's hot, dude. Watching me get
I-
off the bus. Hell yeah.
Dude. The little like when the doors open, some wind like blows hair back. Dude,
See,
you gotta get a wig.
my heart is
down.
pumping just hearing about that because
I have a
that's like
wig.
how you tell an American story. That's exactly what dating is. So, get it together, Germany. Learn to date. Slow motion is everything.
You know what? This sounds nice to me. I wish that people could just hang out and then just start coming on to each other, which does happen sometimes. But I think now, especially with apps, it's like there's too much like setup, you know, where you can't just chill.
Yeah.
This seems
It's different.
yeah, it's just different. But
I want to
like
I want to
better.
know more. I wish
Yeah.
they put a little more context as to what happened in their world, but you guys let us know. Okay, 8. Maybe this is more for cartoons. Kids not eating vegetables and saying they're disgusting. That's real. That happens a lot. I guess other countries don't eat vegetables as much.
I'm trying to think like we're all about meat here in America. So it's like the meat is the king, you know? But I think I ate some vegetables. Like I like certain vegetables.
No, but
Do
this
you-
is talking about like TV shows and cartoons. So,
Oh.
what it's saying is like when you watch, and I to this day, I think this is. I'm thinking of the cartoon. Do you know the cartoon Bobby's World?
No.
It's that's how old I am. It's is me. You know Howie Mandel, Deal or No Deal? It was his cartoon that he made,
Mm-hmm.
and I remember him being grossed the fuck out of Brussels sprouts, and like, ew, like disgusting. And when I was a kid, I was like, that must be disgusting. Yo, I had Brussels sprouts when I got older. I'm like, this shit
These are
fucking
fire,
slaps.
dude.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
That's
They
why I
have to
realized-
be cooked the right way though. Otherwise they're really like
They're
bitter.
farty.
Yeah.
Just on
they're
their
bad.
own. But they're good.
That's when I realized kids are fucking morons because it's like there is good food out there, and you know when they see carrots and they're flicking their peas, it's just
Okay,
eat it.
I
Wait,
think
hold on.
Acapulco's right. We just don't cook them the right way. We cook them wrong here. I think we don't add pizzazz or flavor or seasoning. Like there's way to eat vegetables that taste good, but we just like in America and like like media consumed America, they just like boil vegetables, you know, and then put it on a plate with chicken and mashed potatoes. And
I
they're
made
gross.
I made broccoli the other day and I put cheese and garlic and salt all over them and they were good. I don't know if it still counts as vegetables anymore. Here's the thing
Yes,
though.
it does. Yes, it does.
Here's the thing. I think that parents try to feed their kids whack ass vegetables. Don't ever come at me with peas, dude, because as an adult man, as an old man, as a child, I will not eat fucking peas. Split pea soup, I can tolerate for unknown reasons, but like if I have like a steak and mashed potatoes and you just like plinkle out some fucking peas, I'm gonna be like, what is this? I'm sending it back. Give me some roasted carrots, Brussels sprouts, like asparagus, something. But peas are dog shit.
I don't
Collard
mind.
greens are also dog shit. I hate
Okay.
collard greens.
I don't love a collard green. I won't lie.
It's not racist. I don't like collard greens.
What are peas typically in?
They're just loose. That's
Okay,
the
just
thing.
Yeah, they're like mixed with other vegetables or in like a pasta. Those are like the two scenarios, or in
fine.
a soup. Those are the
Yeah.
three places I've eaten those.
I do like peas. I think about it.
Really?
Yeah. I mean, it's not in my power rankings of the top vegetables, but it's fine. It's in the mid pack. I'm not gonna think
What is your
about it.
most hated vegetable? Like you will not eat it.
Tomato.
Really?
Well, that's
We've been there.
Oh,
We've
I
talked
love
about
tomato.
that.
Yeah, yeah. Okay.
But here's the thing: you know better. It ain't a vegetable.
Oh,
It's a
that's
fruit.
true. It's a fruit. But like, let's be real. It's an American vegetable.
Yeah.
So what's the most disgusting one? I don't
I'm gonna go peas.
peas.
I'll
I
go
straight
beet.
hate
No, I'll
peas.
go beet over
Beets. Yeah, beets are nasty.
beets are disgusting, dude.
I like pretty much all vegetables. I could eat it. I'm trying to
I don't
think.
like cucumbers either, really, that much.
Really.
I love a
They're
cucumber.
okay, but like I don't really want them.
Chat, what's your nastiest veg?
K-Fred says peas are good as fuck. I don't know, man. I wish I liked them. I love food.
I see pea soup, top 5 soup. Dude, you're on
Yeah.
the wrong side.
No,
Wow,
pea
big
soup.
mouth.
Split pea soup is good. I love split pea soup, but I don't want to eat peas.
Well, that's so much work to split a one pea. I don't know
I
why
know.
you're gonna fucking do all that work just for a soup.
Well, that's why I appreciate it. Because if someone's gonna take all this time to split these peas, okay, fine, I'll try it. You know,
I was thinking like maybe carrots, but I like carrots.
love carrots.
What about collard greens?
Collard greens, love those. I'll eat
Shit,
that.
have you ever had Swiss
Acapulco
chard?
artichokes. Yeah, that's not good. Chard. Yeah,
Chard?
Swiss
You ever had
chard.
Swiss chard?
Okay, maybe
Shit
I
is
remember,
spicy, dude.
I remember eating it thinking it was like whatever. So maybe Swiss chard is my answer.
Okay, I'll take Swiss chard.
I'll do that one. Let's do Swiss chard.
I'll raise you an artichoke.
That's like a kind of a weird one that a lot of people don't eat. I don't think Swiss chard is very popular, so that's a tricky one. I couldn't even tell you what it tastes like. It's been a while.
Spicy.
Mhm.
Spicy.
Okay.
Okay, we're almost done. Number 9. Irish friends who came over on exchange program were absolutely flabbergasted when the real life Girl Scout selling cookies outside of the supermarket by campus. We thought that was only like a fake thing for movies, they said. Yeah, Girl Scouts are real.
And
Do
I
they
love
not
it.
have like Girl Scouts in other places or like different kinds of Girl Scouts? Like Fireside Girls?
I love Girl Scouts cookies.
They're delicious.
They're good. I feel like they're kind of getting like not as good and like more expensive now. Like everything, right? Everything's kind of getting
Yeah.
a little worse.
Yeah.
Or maybe
They're
I'm
a
just
little more
getting older.
generic, I think, in my opinion. I don't enjoy them as much as I
They don't
used
feel like
to.
they're made with love, you know? Before when you would eat one, you're like, a bunch of little girls made this. This is good. And I feel like now it's kind of just, they're okay, you know? I'll still buy a couple because I like seeing them and they're so happy to sell you stuff. And then there's that weird mom who's trying super hard and it's kind of like, okay, lady, like, I'm
They're
just gonna.
entrepreneurs now. Now they're like
too-
hustlers. I know we talked about Girl
Yeah.
Scouts a little bit before, but that's wild.
Everything's different now, man. But yeah, I like
Okay.
it. And I'm glad they're still here. Like, keep the Girl Scouts.
I'm looking at these other ones, and I feel like we've done a good number of these that
Okay.
were valuable. I'm gonna end on number 15, which is always eating pizza. Aren't you guys bored of that? And then it's a picture of Ryan Gosling eating the most delicious flat slice of pizza that I'm pretty sure is from that movie where he's in love with Emma, whatever her name is.
Crazy stupid love.
Crazy Stupid Love.
Oh,
There you go.
that's a different movie. Okay.
And then old_Greg replied to this and said, no, who would get bored of pizza?
Yeah, I sometimes I'll eat. I'll be like, man, I should get some pizza for lunch, and I think, oh fuck, I had pizza yesterday. Like I will literally eat pizza very close together. Like it's one of the
Yeah.
foods that I forget I had it. It's so good.
Yeah, I had pizza today, and I can't just have 4 slices. I really have to have like 5 or 6 or something when I get pizza. I
wow.
don't know what it is about me when I see pizza. I'm like, I need to eat a shit ton of pizza, and I had that today at work. We ordered pizza, and your boy threw down on like 4 or 5 slices, and I finally gotten to an age where I'm like, I need to kind of chill out on how much I eat in front of people, because it's not so much about like the rationing for people. It's like people are like, "Damn, you ate like 5 slices." I'm like, "Fuck, man."
Wow. Yeah. People judge you now. It
People,
sucks.
people judge me
What?
for that. People will judge
They're
me for that.
calling you out on that in
They
public?
they would
No.
say that, but you know what the other thing they do? They always talk about how fast I eat. Like, you ate that already? And I'm like,
Dude,
yeah, I don't know.
What,
I'm the
dude?
same way. We should have a competition.
I feel like
Not
people
like
will
a
talk
rushed
about it.
one, just a normal one.
Yeah.
They'll
They
be like,
do.
dude, did you see Mark had like 6 slices of pizza? Like, was he fucking saving it for later? Like, was he okay? Is he starving? That's what people say, you know, or if you eat it really fast. That too. Like,
What's your max capacity, Vic? Like, or like what's your average, I should say? Like if you're having a regular
like for lunch,
yeah.
it's different. Because if we order pizza at home for dinner, I'm going to have like 4 or 5. But
Okay,
Domino's,
yeah.
Domino's slices are small, right? Like,
Do you
but-
get a medium or a large?
we get a medium because we do the like
The two
$6
mediums for-
medium thing. We'll order 2 of them and other stuff.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
But like for
Got me.
lunch, I go to Prince Street Pizza for lunch a lot of the time because it's right next to my work, and they'll give you a square slice. They'll give you a square slice like this big, and then they'll give you like a Costco slice of the green slice, and it's huge, and it's like 2 is enough. Like I don't even eat both sometimes.
Yeah. That's like a Costco slice.
Like a
It's just
Costco
like-
slice, I'll eat 2, and that's a lot. But
Yeah.
at Domino's, I can eat like literally like 6.
Hey, did your pussy hiss at you?
Dude, she's like fucking around in the
Wow.
room. Like I don't know what she's doing.
She's
She's
excited
jumping off of
because it's
stuff.
to live and talk in LA.
Yeah, she's gotta be in here. Now she's staring at me in the corner. Like you can't see any of this,
Aw.
but she's a mess, dude. Anyway,
Yeah, I think my limit, I'm 3 or 4.
Okay.
Like
Yeah.
max 4. Like if I'm having 4, it's too much. Nowadays, I'm like, I should really only have 2. But I'll still have 3.
then you have 3. Yes, exactly. Then you have one more, maybe a little one, the skinny one.
And then you're like, ooh, look at me, skinty.
Gets good. You need more
but
slices.
yeah.
It's technically
I
the
think
best.
that was a good. That wasn't too bad for a spring cleaning article, Mark.
Erase it
Yeah.
now. Now it's off.
I deleted it. It's
Oh, you
gone.
did?
It's gone.
Okay. Some of these are not great. I just clicked on one. I'm just gonna do it. I'm just
Do it.
wow
Let's do
style.
it.
Okay, here it
It's
is.
taking it out, and we're gonna throw it out
It's
Marie Kondo
bad
style.
story. Okay.
Just whip it out.
Okay, I found an article here. Title: Houston janitor who urinated in water bottles at doctor's office, spreading STDs to workers, sentenced to prison. The convicted will not have to register as a sex offender.
Hmm.
What did it, I don't understand how this happened logistically.
Here
But
you go. I'm about to
continue.
tell you. Houston. A man with multiple sexually transmitted and communicable diseases was sentenced to 6 years in prison for urinating into office workers' water bottles, resulting in the victims contracting herpes simplex 1 and hepatitis A. I didn't even know hepatitis was an STD. I thought that was just some bad shit. So that sucks. Lucio Catarino Diaz was sentenced on Tuesday after pleading guilty to aggravated assault with deadly weapon charge. According
Because
to
somebody could
prosecutors,
die from that, in theory.
Diaz already served more than 2 years behind bars. He'll be eligible for parole after 3 years. Do you guys think 6 years is enough for giving a bunch of office workers herpes? Is that enough?
That's a problem with herpes, though. Like, it's the gift that will keep on giving. It's
for life.
and
It's
one,
forever, dude.
it's one thing if I don't know if that rumor or the urban legend's true that Rihanna has herpes, but let's say let's go ahead and say Rihanna.
Like 80% of people have it, dude.
But
It's a lot.
if Rihanna gives me herpes and I get flare ups, I'm thinking about it and I'm thinking, okay, it's fine. It's Rihanna. It's from Rihanna.
Dude,
it's
you're
Riri.
sick. This
But
is
when it-
one of the things Mark is wrong about herpes.
Oh, but okay, but then if I'm living with herpes because someone peed in my water bottle, I'm fucking pissed.
If you get it in a cool way, it's not so bad. That's true.
Yeah, it's not so bad, but I'm getting a little upset right now thinking about if someone pissed in a water bottle. It's just normal Tuesday for me, and I get that. I'm fighting, dude.
If
I
you
want
get it
that-
while you're getting it, it's not that
Yeah.
bad. I think that's it.
This
what
should go on the list of things that only happen in America and don't happen in other places because we're the only idiots that are going around pissing in people's for what
This
reason?
does feel like an
For what
American
reason?
crime.
That is
Yeah.
the stupidest fucking thing I've ever heard, and I don't give a shit if it's Rihanna's herpes. Herpes are herpes, and that's foul. That is fucking foul, especially not Rihanna's herpes.
It's foul, but like if I get a flare up and I know it's from Rihanna, I'm like, that's a good time. That's just
You're
saying.
sick. You're sick. Damn. Yeah, that was a that was pretty mid, Mark. That was mid. I'll give that a Vic.
Can I
on
tell you
this.
guys more about this? I'm just reading a little bit. Okay,
Yeah.
just a little bit
Yeah.
more context and we'll move on. On
Let's do
August 30th, 2022, an employee dispensed water from it and noticed it had a funny taste and smell. The woman said, after noticing the water tasted sour, she dumped it out. From then on, she no longer drank from the dispenser and brought her own water bottle to fill. This is why this guy's a sick fucking bastard, okay? The next incident occurred in September 2022, so it's a month later. The woman said she left her personal bottle, which was half filled with water, on her desk. When she went to drink the water a day or so later, she noticed it had the same type of funky taste and smell she encountered in the shared dispenser. She dumped the water out and threw her personal bottle away. Afterwards, she purchased another bottle from work. So this dude was pissing in people's fucking hydro flasks. That
Yeah.
seems
That's
not
fucking
okay.
wrong, dude. I don't
Yeah.
know if that's enough on it. I mean, it depends on the damage that was done, but I don't know. That's foul. Why are we releasing him to the public?
Dude,
Yeah.
they
Why
need
aren't
to
you-
they need to cut this guy's dick off.
Yeah.
He needs to go to a facility and be taken care of.
I think he
That's my
just he
opinion.
can't have it anymore.
Okay.
He's using his powers for evil. The ability for dudes to just piss wherever we want anytime is like comes with great responsibility, dude. And I think this guy he doesn't
It's
deserve it.
privilege. It's
Yeah.
an honor and a privilege.
Uncle Ben
yeah.
said it best, dude. And this guy doesn't get it. He's never seen Spider-Man.
Actually, Evelyn, I'm sorry. I have to talk about. I know you're kind of grossed out about like Rihanna's herpes, but what if I contracted her gonorrhea?
No.
Boo.
Boo. No, thank you.
That's funny. Um,
Okay, get it off. Get it off. Delete it off the list.
Yeah, they found him on tape. They found it on. They took it to a lab. They found him on the tapes. So
Stop. He got recorded doing that?
Dude,
Disgusting.
what a fucking loser. It's pretty bad.
Yeah, that's pretty
All
awful.
right, I've struck it from our
Okay.
list.
That's a menace because we don't want to be at work already, and all of
Yeah.
a sudden I'm getting herpes because you pissed in my Yeti.
It's like-
I
You
I
want to
don't know
piss in the
how to-
water bottle, fine, but if you have herpes, you can't. Sorry, dude.
yeah, dude.
I don't
something
haunt these people
else.
for the rest of their lives. I don't know if 6 years was enough because he did multiple people. That's fucking foul.
And he did it to their own water bottles. I almost think like, okay, there's like some sick fucked up part of me that thinks peeing in the office water is like 4% funny in some way, but doing it in somebody's hydro flask, their own personal thing, that's not cool, bro. Like they brought their own shit. That's so disrespectful. It bothers me
On
more.
To Live and Talk in LA, this is my PSA. On To Live and Talk in LA, we do not condone urinating in public water dispensers or personal water bottles
I would never do that.
or anything that other people are planning on drinking. Thank you
Yeah.
very much.
Yeah,
I'm
these-
putting that out there.
These
public
people
statement.
can't drink from a watering hole ever again. Like forever for the rest of their life, they're only gonna be drinking sealed water bottles and they throw it
Sealed,
away.
yeah, the minis.
Yeah.
Yep.
Every day I fall in love and be more proud of the show because we went from taking a stance against ICE and fuck them to like PSA. Don't piss in people's water bottles. We have
please.
range. Like honestly, this is
Yeah.
kind of a. All right, I'll take the
Anyway,
next story.
yeah.
Yeah, what do we got?
Pick one.
Babysitter checking for monsters finds man hiding under child's bed.
Dude.
A
What?
babysitter in Kansas found a troubling surprise after a child she was watching complained there was a monster hiding. The babysitter found a man hiding under a child's bed after he attempted to show the children there was nothing there, the Barton County Sheriff's Office said in a statement Wednesday. She came face to face with a male suspect who was hiding there, the Sheriff's Office said. Sheriff's deputies arrived at the home just outside the city of Great Bend at 10:30 p.m. on Monday after they were called about the disturbance. After the deputies arrived, the babysitter told the deputies that the man was discovered. There was an altercation. The babysitter and child were knocked over during the scuffle, and the suspect fled. The following day, deputies spotted the man while they were in the area looking for the suspect. He ran, and after a short pursuit, deputies caught him. Martin Villalobos Jr., 27, was arrested and booked into the Barton County Jail on multiple charges, including aggravated kidnapping and child endangerment. It says Villalobos once lived on a property. The sheriff's office said there was a current protection order issued against him to stay away from the property.
Yeah, I mean that's the
Wait,
least.
so he was trying to kidnap these children.
I think they threw that on there because what really muddies the water for me is that they said that he used to live there. So
What's that? So what?
I
And also,
can't
he had an
100%.
order to not return there, despite the fact that he's not somebody who should be living there.
That's so scary, dude. Can you imagine? You're like, no, come here, everything's fine, and there's a fucking dude under the bed. Like, that's actually scary to me. Then you have to immediately try to kill him, Mark. As a dude, like now it's a fucking now we're battling, you know? That's
This
scary
is
shit.
this is another like put it on the American list thing. Like this is crazy.
I
This
think
is all
that's
American.
America's fucked up and weird. It's
Dude, why are
true.
we doing shit like that? Why are you hiding under a child's bed?
Not
Please
for any
don't
good
do
reason.
that.
It's
I,
true.
I think that's the scary thing too, because as a babysitter, you're on your phone playing Balatro, or you're on Reddit,
Nice.
or you're listening to Live and Talk in LA. But and all of a sudden, this kid comes walking in, ruining the vibe, saying, "I think there's a monster under my bed." And the first reaction is, "Are you fucking kidding me, bro?
Grow
Get the
up,
fuck back
kid.
into bed
Yeah.
Yeah.
and relax." That's going to be your first reaction all the time because
Yep.
you're thinking monster. And like,
It's like,
so like,
nah.
what a mind fuck that is for the babysitter, because she's like, I'm like, he or she, assuming it's she, like says, you know what, honey, sweetie, I'm gonna walk you over there and I'm gonna show you it's totally cool. And then we have this guy just fucking have his deer in the headlights.
Oh
That's
my
Yeah.
God,
It's
dude.
so scary. Never babysitting again, dude. All these people are scarred for life in these stories.
This is like a plot from the babysitter books, like I would have believed that that was like part of it. Like that's
Oh, for sure.
frightening. That's wild.
Yeah.
I think it's even crazier that the girl started saying, "I'm friends with the monster that's under my bed." Full circle, Rihanna.
I don't know
So
that song.
It's a Rihanna.
I
Yeah.
got it.
I like
got it.
that. I mean, I appreciate your effort. I won't tell you. Sometimes I stink you out, but you're trying, dude. It's good.
Okay, I guess we'll round robin, and I'll take the one that's obviously for me as well. Michelle Obama recalls Ellen DeGeneres forcing her to do push-ups on talk show.
I saw that.
Michelle Obama appeared on the latest episode. This was a while ago now. Remember, it's spring cleaning of Amy Poehler's podcast To Wax Poetic about aging, where she lightly roasted Ellen DeGeneres for challenging her to a push-up contest while she was First Lady of the United States. Quote, "I'm at the age where I'll wake up and my shoulders are sore," Obama said on Poehler's podcast called Good Hang. "Don't get me
good name.
started," Poehler said. "I had frozen shoulders a couple years ago, and guess what? Nobody knows what caused it, and there's nothing you can do about it. Like almost every ailment for women in their 50s. Pause. I'm not looking forward to the day that I'm a woman in my 50s for reasons like this. Play. Later, when Poehler asked Obama if she could do push-ups, the former lady recalled the challenge with DeGeneres. "Now I do them on my knees," she said. "This is another thing. I don't need to do regular push-ups. I have nothing to prove. I can, but it's my arm length doesn't go all the way down." You know who pointed that out was Ellen, because my first term, she challenged me to do a push-up competition. Okay, I'm the first lady, and she heard that I worked out, so I'm on her sideshow doing push-ups and did more push-ups than her, but she still says I didn't go down all the way. Anatomically, I don't think I can. My arms are very long, and she's a much smaller person than me. Dude, punch Ellen DeGeneres in the nose for
Yeah,
that.
fuck Ellen, dude. Don't bring me on your show and have me do push-ups. This is bullshit. It's
That's
supposed to be
weak.
fun.
You know, we all giggled and guffawed and laughed when Ellen did these things to her guests. And then when you look back at it, it's like kind of looking back in your high school days. And you're like, I was kind of a dick.
Yeah.
But like, in
You're
this
like, that
case,
was kind of
That was
bullying.
mean. Yeah.
I think that was bullying.
like, the whole thing of okay, Ellen used to have a thing, and once I say it, we'll all remember it, where she had viral videos of scaring people like Taylor Swift in a very
yeah.
vulnerable moment, going into like their dressing room. And someone would just pop out with a mask and scare people. And I remember Taylor Swift eating shit on heels because of it. And we all laughed because they're celebrities. But when you just strip it down, you're like, that is fucking mean. And Ellen,
Yeah.
and then all of a sudden, the news of Ellen comes out that she's a bully and a fucking tyrant to her staff. And you're like, this is starting to add up, that she's kind of a bitch. And then to look at this, to do this with the first lady right there, and force her to do push-ups and be like,
The
that
balls,
wasn't it.
dude. Imagine sitting in front of the president and being like, "Can you do more push-ups than me?" Like, who has
Ridiculous.
the gusto to do something like that? And also, like, somebody else could have said no, right? Like, somebody else could have been like, "Fuck you, Ellen, you do 25 push-ups," but not her. She can't. What was that?
Okay. I also kind of like scaring people though, so I'm confused right now. Look, she's shitty to people. It's mean. It's so fun to scare people though, and I'm watching the video. She got her pretty good, dude. She got her pretty good. She fell.
It is funny.
It's mean. Not to
Well,
be
I mean,
defending Ellen, but that was
Yeah.
funny.
it is funny. Like, I mean,
Yeah,
sometimes
don't
I'm
get
a
me
bully.
wrong. There
Yeah.
were some good ones, but I did often because I used to love the Ellen DeGeneres show. I did not want that. Like I was like, imagine being like on a stage, blah, 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 and they're like, I know how much you hate spiders, and then fucking a spider pops out of the planter next
Yeah,
to you.
no.
Like, no, dude, I'm good. I'm never coming back to your show.
She's
You
crossed
just
the line
disrespected
sometimes.
me.
The Mariah Carey
Yeah.
thing was rude. Spider stuff. Just jumping out and scaring somebody. I think that's honest fun. I think there's a line there. That's all.
I do that on a
Um,
regular basis, so I
Oh,
agree.
yeah.
I love scaring people. Yeah.
My-
Anyway, I already said that.
My mom loved Ellen for that time. Like she's on TV,
Yeah.
and like
Me too. Yeah.
every year, I tried my fucking best to get my mom
Me
tickets
too.
to
The
Ellen.
12 Days of Christmas.
Yeah.
Dude, I know.
I
We know where
tried.
we're at right
Yeah.
now.
Like
There we
we
go.
maybe in a different life we crossed paths and we
Dude.
were at that 12 Christmas because like
On another timeline in the Matrix, we both were at the same show.
she was giving out fire. She was giving out it. It was just like cruise tickets and all these different
Everything.
things.
My
She
friend
was-
won something cool on
Televisions,
there.
beds, like things that you needed when iPods were cool. iPods. Can you see it? iPods.
iPod.
What's that?
It'll come back. It'll come back. Oh, that sucks, dude. Fuck Ellen. She was good for a minute there though.
Yeah.
My turn. Are we
What?
still going?
Let's do two more
Sorry,
stories.
K Fred just said that he went to an Ellen show a couple of times with his aunt, which like
Huh.
how? What?
My friend's gone like 3 times. I don't know how she kept going. They like would do it every year.
Well, there's Ellen like
There's
during the
Raffle
year,
Ellen, yeah.
and then
and
there's the 12 days of Christmas.
Oh, when
Ellen.
she
That
was like
different.
hooking it up. Yeah.
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 Different.
Those were like booked out by people.
I
in
still want to
advance.
go on The Price is Right. That's where I want to go.
Maybe we
Let's
can make
go.
that happen.
That would
for
be
you.
so fun. Actually, we can't record anything there, but like we'll watch the episode. We can snip it.
Yeah.
That would be really fun.
All right, let's do two more spring cleaning.
All right,
Alright,
I
what's
have
next,
one.
Vic?
I'm ready. I definitely. K Fred said earlier he's noticing like a trend. I definitely am going for stuff. Here we go. New Jersey police chief accused of pooping by desks, spiking coffee with Viagra. These people are insane.
Dude, what the
This is from March 26th of 2025 too. This is pretty fresh. A New Jersey police chief is accused of defecating by desks, spiking others' coffee with Viagra, and other harassment. North Bergen Police Department Chief Robert Farley, who was sworn in as chief in February 2024, is the subject of a complaint by 5 officers who are planning to sue the township for alleged retaliation, discrimination, sexual misconduct, and harassment. I'm scrolling a little bit. So he put firecrackers under the chairs. That's pretty funny. So here's the thing. The complaint alleges a hostile workplace that includes juvenile pranks like putting firecrackers under chairs. Totally fair game. That's fucking hilarious, dude.
firecrackers?
Yes,
Bro?
that's funny, dude. Firecrackers are funny.
Only those like pop rock
Bro.
ones. Nothing else.
Dude,
You're
your Ellen is
soft,
showing.
dude. Maybe, yeah. If I would have been the worst like PA on Ellen, because I'm like, yeah, fucking get him, dude. I'd have been coming up with the worst shit. Okay. Okay, so he puts firecrackers in chairs to acts bordering on criminal, like dosing the office coffee with drugs like Viagra and Adderall and jabbing a needle into an officer's penis. That's not cool, dude. Okay, see, now he's bad.
Damn, that's kind of wild.
Those are juvenile. There's one of those was juvenile. The rest of them are completely fucked up. Giving people Adderall and Viagra and stabbing dudes in the
Wait,
dick
is
is
this
not
in Florida?
cool.
Because this sounds like something
This is
coming
New
out of Florida.
Jersey. I'm surprised. This
That's
is New
that
Jersey.
does sound like a Jersey thing, actually.
Could be.
Shit.
So, a special captain with administrative duties claims Farley chased him around the office and cornered him before sticking a hypodermic needle through his jeans into the tip of his penis, drawing blood. I'm just trying to find like the end of it. Okay, here we go.
Oh, he keeps going.
Yeah, Alex Guzman claims Farley exposed himself, made an inappropriate comment, and defecated on the floor and in garbage cans. Officer Rashid Saeem claims Farley retaliated against him when he became a whistleblower in a hostile work environment. Claims another officer called him racial slurs. He was okay. The complaint said the abusive behavior began as soon as Farley, a 26-year-old veteran of the department whose father and grandfather were deputy chiefs, was appointed to the job. So nepotism. A state investigation is underway after Farley was reported to the attorney general. So this shit ain't even closed yet, dude. He's being investigated
Shit.
right now.
Yeah.
What do you
I
think?
just
Is he
can't
an
even. If
asshole?
somebody was spiking the coffee in the workplace that way, dude, you just made me a drug addict.
That's why I like
bruh.
K-cups, dude, because I'm not about that.
Yeah, you gotta. Now I don't trust anything.
You could spike a
public.
K-cup, I guess, too.
Can you imagine like just pouring a cup of coffee or like, man, something about this I'm just feeling really horny right now.
Everybody looks super hot in the office today.
Fucking only boners. Imagine it.
Uh,
Wait, what was this workplace?
He's a police officer.
So it was mostly men, and he was putting Viagra in the coffee.
Yeah, he's the police chief in New Jersey.
Yeah.
North Bergen Police
Oh my
Department chief.
God.
Yeah.
Dude, what is wrong? My question is always why? Like the guy that peed in the water and stuff. Like what led
Why?
him
Yeah,
to
why?
go like this is clearly the next step, like, and then do it and then keep doing it. Like
Yeah.
what's the goal? I'm confused.
I think, okay, but also,
Yeah.
how do you, is his mantra in life? How do I top the next day? Because like he went from putting Viagra into the coffee, and he's like, I can't just do the same thing again tomorrow. I got to do something else. And it's like now we start putting firecrackers in her seat, and then it starts to
Funny.
elevate.
Yeah.
Yeah, where he's
Okay.
like, I need to shit on someone's desk. This is gonna be like the grand finale. Like
The stabbing the penis
Yeah,
with
Cornering
the
somebody and then shitting in front of them is such a weird crime, dude.
This feels like another person who needs to be
What
institutionalized.
do I do with this? Yeah.
I'm not.
It's
Is this
scary.
also American? Chat.
Yeah.
Let
This
us
is
know.
some American ass shit, dude. Some
it's-
guy. Oh my God.
and but it's like it's probably the perfect crime because like no one is going to like I don't think anyone knows how to process this. Like if someone just starts cornering you and
Yeah.
shitting, you're like, what
That's disgusting.
what are you supposed to what are you supposed to do?
Yeah,
I
don't know.
hate that this is the thing that makes you guys get this crazy.
This has made us laugh the most out of anything.
I can believe this, but I cannot believe this.
This is just such a crazy thing to do, you know?
Mute your mic, Mark, because we
Oh my
can't hear
God.
that shit.
That's so
just
funny.
kidding, just kidding.
Keep it in,
Man,
dude. Keep it in.
it's just-
That's funny.
You can't react out of how
It's honestly
Yeah.
funnier to watch it. If you're listening to this, if you're streaming this later, if you
gotta
downloaded
watch
this,
it.
come back, find the episode because this is hilarious to watch. Honestly.
I'm sweating and crying right now, dude. Like, it's funny because I haven't laughed like this in like probably like a year or two,
Yeah.
and it took a story from New Jersey to change my life.
Dude. You know what? This spring cleaning, look how much joy this brought us. We're better for this, dude.
I'll
This is
give
good.
this a Mark ranking. I mean, no, I give this an Evelyn ranking.
Yeah.
I give this
This is a
100%.
good one.
This
That's a
was
good story.
I'll give that one. Some of these were a little bit on the rocks there, but I'll give it to you.
I'm sad to delete it, but you know
man,
what? That was a
yeah.
good one.
That's a Hall of Fame moment.
That was a good. That was a good ad.
Oh
Mark.
my gosh, there's so
Okay.
many more.
Yeah, I
Mark,
haven't even
there's
been in the
more links.
links.
I wasn't even
know.
looking at those links. I was
No.
looking at the
No,
ones
like-
above those links.
We'll put him down in the show Bible, and like we can just
We should
do this
screenshot it and just show
screen-
people. This is what we're talking about.
Dude, I'm gonna
This is fucking
screenshot it and then
links.
put it on the gram
Oh
later.
my
For
god.
you guys.
There's
I
a
want
section
to
of
know
notes
what
we
you
have
wanna
up
hear.
top, everybody, where we have the stuff we want to talk about for the week. And then there's always a few stories that kind of sink down to the bottom of that. And there was so many that I told Mark, okay, we're going to take all those and put them in a separate section for links.
Yeah.
And we haven't even got to those yet. And there's so many. There's a lot.
There's a lot. I know because
Oh my god, Mark.
I look at weird news stories and I just add them
First
in.
of
I'm
all,
like, oh,
you're
this is-
sick for using Yahoo News too.
Oh my god, Yahoo.
What is wrong with you?
Okay, well here I'll end with this one for house spring cleaning, which is Florida man almost died while getting a lap dance from his housekeeper.
Nice. Legend.
Tell us more.
Yeah, the story: Florida man almost died while getting a lap dance from a housekeeper. The incident happened in Tampa, St. Petersburg area, which I think is really known for its strip clubs. And a woman by the name of Sincere Sammy took to TikTok to recap us on her most traumatic experiences. She's a topless maid who makes up to $300 an hour cleaning homes.
Topless.
That's
Yeah.
good money.
But one of
Dude,
her
and you
favorite
still gotta
clients-
clean, bro? That's foul.
Yeah, but one of her favorite clients almost died on her. Sammy says that after cleaning his home, she was paid extra to give him a lap dance. And what happened next, she would never forget. This is a long ass story. I just heard her ranting, but essentially, topless
He
maid.
got lazy.
I'm done. I'm done. I'm done reading the story. It's,
I was mid the Ellen DeGeneres one. I was like, all right, when does this end?
Yeah, sometimes like, okay, there's a lot of reading.
I mean, have
We
you
get
ever
it.
seen this in LA? There's like these pink vans.
Yep.
And it says topless maids, and then they give you a phone number. Has anyone here ever used that?
I've thought about it. I've thought about it many times.
I thought that was like an LA movie thing. I didn't know.
I
we
feel
have
like
that
you're
out
right.
here.
what do you?
Recently.
Yeah, I don't see them anymore. Maybe they went out of business. But like, what do you guys think? What do you think we're getting out of this? You know, because topless. I mean, it doesn't mean you're gonna like it. You know.
No,
It
you
must
that
be
gay?
people that don't get access to it often. That's my thought.
Like
process.
old dudes.
Yeah, like
who are
old. Well, I mean,
lonely.
if this guy had a heart attack from a lap dance, my guess is he's in that upper decade of
yeah.
brackets. But
But like the question is, how good is the cleaning?
Yeah, true.
Yeah,
You
like,
get to clean again.
Are you paying for someone who is a really good cleaner that happens to be topless, or are you paying for the show of someone just walking around in a French maid outfit and just lightly dusting?
I think they're working.
I bet you they have service levels. I bet there's like just the kitchen or a deep clean or whatever, and I bet you there's like the girls that make more because they'll pay you more if you're gonna be doing that stuff. But I'm like, if the girl's doing the lap dance, my guess is it's probably not that serious cleaning. Like maybe like she makes the beds or like cleans the kitchen or something. I don't know. But I'm like imagining elbow grease, like just tits bouncing everywhere. Like I don't even know if that's enjoyable.
I think it is. I think it could be. I'll say that. It really could be. It just depends.
Yeah.
There's a lot of other stuff at play here, you know?
Yeah, lots of factors. Hi, mom.
Yeah.
Apparently
well,
it's
I
still a
mean,
thing.
Okay.
it is.
Do you know anybody who's taken advantage of the service, Mark?
I don't because I never had money like that to have someone clean my place, and now
Oh.
I'm married. I don't think I can have someone come to my place and clean topless.
Here it is. March 21st, 2019. Topless maids mobile ads banned in California. That's why it's so fucking lame around here now, dude.
Oh, they were banned?
They
Wait,
were banned 6 years ago. This is 2019.
Holy shit. That's not
Time
even that long
flies.
ago.
But I feel like I saw those like a couple years ago. But like that's how everything feels, you know?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
COVID really fucked up perception of time
Yeah.
because all of a sudden you hear like
Yeah.
2019. That's not so long ago, but then we froze in time for 2 years, and
Yeah.
now we're out of it, and you're like confused.
I did
Yeah.
think about getting this topless van when I lived with roommates, like just the boys. But then it's
Yeah.
kind of weird. It's like watching
Does
porn
it
with your
say
dudes.
anything
It's
about
like,
their service levels?
I can't find their website now, but I found a link that talks about it, and it's somewhat recent. So it's like maybe I'm typing in the wrong thing. Topless maids. Let's just keep it simple. Oh no, yeah, okay. There's a Yelp top 10 topless maids.
Oh my gosh.
Oh,
There's not just one, there's
Wait, these are
several.
like strip clubs though. This is confused. The AI is confused.
Oh, so I bet you what happens now, it's just like a thing, like a get up.
Nope, I found something else. Where are these people located? Hold up. I'm
for
finding.
science. Mhm.
Okay. Well, anyway, there's a website called Dream Maids. So you can get lingerie cleaning, topless cleaning, nude cleaning, lingerie to topless cleaning. I think there's two of them. Lingerie to nude. So there's different packages, but let's just say you want to do a topless. It's $419 for 5 hours. It's not that bad.
5 hours? They're doing a full house cleaning.
I think they're actually like working. Yeah.
They're actually cleaning and they
That's
just don't wear tops. That's crazy. And
Or
people
you-
just
but-
get to watch you do it. That's freaky.
Yeah.
Am I watching there? Am I watching
Yeah, you have to, or
the
else
whole
you're not getting your
5
money's worth,
hours,
dude.
or how does that?
Yeah.
I think you have to stare at
Yeah,
her
what
for
the fuck?
5 hours.
Sorry, babe. You know what it probably is, bro? Is it a maid or is it a cleaning?
What do you mean? It's the same thing.
Because what if it's just like event maids? You know what I mean? Like if you have a special event at your house and they come through and they just like walk around and fake clean shit.
That would be so baller, actually, if you had a
Like
party
that
with
that
like,
is because I'm thinking of the context
hot
of like really
maids.
you're gonna follow this woman room to room while she's like freaking mopping the I guess like but
So you
that
gotta
is
get
a
the
more
baseboards.
practical application. You missed a spot.
you get behind a. Yeah, you gotta make sure she's doing the work. You know.
Can you get the grout? Just like you really go into the bathtub and just clean the grout because
Yeah.
that's. That
We
might
need
be
a
extra.
You
testimonial.
better work, bitch. This ain't just like I'm not just some dude who's gonna just let you. You know, you gotta work.
Dude,
I know.
read the reviews. Did you read the Yelp reviews?
I gotta find them. I don't know. They're around here. I clicked it out because I was like, this isn't working. But I'll investigate in my own time. I'll do some homework.
Sick.
And I'm blurring out
Wow,
again.
we made it through a lot of things. But somehow this list doesn't look that much shorter. So we'll have to do some clipping around here.
Well, come on. I mean, look, I see things. I'm like, I'll add it just in case we don't have anything to talk about. We can go into the bank,
Yeah.
and the bank today, I thought, kind of paid very fruitful.
Kinda
I haven't
slap.
laughed. I haven't laughed like that honestly in 2 years. Like it's hard for me to laugh, and it really bums me out because I can giggle. I'm like, oh, that's funny. I don't laugh like that a
Like
lot.
really good
So
ones. Yeah.
that felt really good. I feel like I feel
I
really
want
good.
I want what you had. Maybe one day we'll see
Someday,
that.
well,
I'll
you'll
just-
laugh like that too.
One day. One day.
It's like you like 2-3 of those a decade. Yeah, it's pretty rare unless you're super
I
funny.
think the listeners one day will laugh at the show. Before we go, like Evelyn, I want to give a shout. Like, let's talk about your RIP in the. In the
Oh my
Bible.
gosh, yeah. So that's how we started the pod offline a little bit here, but you'll see our picture still. I flexed this a little bit earlier for those of you that are watching the vid. For those that are not, I am currently holding in my hand my purple 4th generation iPod Nano. And not just in my hand, but in the dock on my hand because the audio port doesn't work anymore. So I have to put it in a dock that has an audio port to make it work. But I recently unearthed this guy. I've had this since the 8th grade. I think I talked to you guys on the show before
God.
about how this was like my favorite birthday gift, and my mom like pretended the bag was empty and then it was like under a pillow. This is that
Gotcha.
very same iPod. And I found it in a box of stuff, and I've never really charged it, right? But then we were at Worldwide Handsomes, and he found the cable to charge my pod, and I was like, "Can I borrow this?" He's like, "I don't even use that. I was gonna throw it away." I was like, "I'm taking that," and I plugged it in, and the screen is completely white. You guys, first it started with like 2 black lines. Now like it's completely white. And then I plugged everything in. I let it charge for a little while, and I just said I'm gonna press menu a bunch of times and scroll all the way down to the bottom and press play because I remember the last button was shuffle songs. And then what do you know? It still plays the music. You guys, I was literally, it was Creed.
Taking you back, huh?
It was Creed. And then I was like, dude, it was Creed
Nice.
and Girls' Generation, which is a Korean girls dance pop group. And it was literally the wildest
Loves
roller
Girls'
coaster I was on.
Generation.
I almost missed this pod tonight because I was jamming to my iPod Nano, but I fear it's on its last leg. And I'm like, how long can I keep it in this state before it's just like, do you see that? Like the screen is just that's
Oh.
the screen.
I think you got to put her
one.
down.
Yeah, I mean, I feel
Mm.
bad using her, and I know I have all the music in my iTunes, but it's not the same.
No.
You know what I mean?
Those were so fun. I used to have an iPod, and I was like my favorite object as well. Do you know when that came out? 2008. That thing's been around for quite some
Wow.
time.
I missed it.
It's an old ass
It gave
iPod.
me, I felt good, and dare I say, it bumps. Like the music still was loud and it hit. There's nothing like LimeWire music. Like
That
those
whole
are the
playlist will bring
tracks.
you back too.
Oh yeah,
Like
it's my full songs. Like I'm pretty sure it's on shuffling all of my songs, so
to
it'll be.
just have my music that I listened to in 2008 just like given to me on a playlist would be awesome because I don't even know what that was anymore. A lot of it's gone or whatever. That would be sweet. You should keep it. Keep it until it
I'm
dies.
keeping it. I'm gonna keep listening to it until it dies.
Just play it on
That's my
shuffle.
current plan.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I wish I like cataloged my life better because
Mhm.
I'll go through all these different things in my life and I'll hear a song and then it unlocks a memory for me, which is a
Yeah.
nice feeling.
Mm-hmm.
But I wish I could go back and I wish I just did a better job leaving breadcrumbs for myself because at some point I might have Alzheimer's. I'll probably like forget my shit, but like then at least I had those breadcrumbs for me. Now it's just like they don't exist anymore.
I worry about that. There's not very many pictures of me from like when I was younger and in high school and stuff
Yeah.
because I didn't like taking pictures. It's just gone.
Yeah, same.
Like-
Like my elementary and middle school me is like there's a huge gap in there, but yeah, I didn't want to let it go, you guys. Like
Yeah.
I like it too much.
Ride it till the wheels fall off, dude.
Yeah, agreed.
It'll take you back.
But you know what happened, like in relation to the iPod, that actually even made me think about it and unearth it, which probably happens to you guys too. Like, do you ever just like there's like a little melody stuck in your head and there it's like I don't even remember what that is, and all of a sudden like it comes back to you. And I was like, I know it's on my iPod, and that's like the original like why I pulled it out in the first place and try to connect it to my computer and get everything out. And then the other day it happened again. I'm like, I know this song. And then I go and I like look through it and then yep, I find it and I'm like,
Mhm.
man, it's so good to like have that there. But iTunes is a bitch now. They don't want you to like I can't pull the songs off the iPod into iTunes anymore. They want you to go buy it.
iTunes sucks.
Even back then, you couldn't do it. You had to go through all these steps or buy software to do it, like or
Yeah.
rip software to do it. I
Mhm.
Yeah.
remember because I had an iPod and the music came from my old computer that was fucked up and defunct and didn't
Mhm.
exist anymore. And I went through all these steps, and then it's like, oh, if you rip the software, pay like a $50, which I didn't have, then you can treat your iPod like a disc and move it over. And I never did it, so I lost all that stuff.
Wow.
I lost my Savage Garden. I Knew I Loved You remix.
Do you know what needs to happen? I need to adapt it to Spotify. Like I need to make my iPod playlists. But dude,
Some
I
of the
gotta
stuff's
do
just
it.
not there though. Like I feel like sometimes
That's
I'll look for
true.
things and it just like doesn't exist anymore. It's weird. Like
Well,
some
some shit's
artists
just
don't.
like
Yeah.
that YouTube video that you knew was the perfect mix of a song or whatever,
Yeah.
and then you like YouTube converted it into your like that's the thing that came after LimeWire and all those things. Um, but they're not like they don't exist. Like there are certain songs, like there's a whole Paramore album that's not on Spotify. That's like stuff
Yeah.
that they made that they never released. And I know I have it on my iPod from a YouTube video. Like, how are you gonna get that on Spotify? You can't, you know?
There's some stuff that's just, and I think about them. There's songs that I used to like that were on YouTube or whatever, and it's a song, and it's a real song. It's just not on Spotify, and I try to remember it, and I can feel them fading away, and it's like pretty soon I'm never even gonna remember these, and it's like it's gone. And I've been thinking about like trying to find those songs and like write them down or something. The
Dude, you
YouTube
gotta
video,
do it.
bookmark it. I don't know what.
Yeah, make a
but
YouTube playlist, dude.
it's
Share it with the
like-
pod.
Cause yeah, otherwise they're just gonna be gone. All like a lot of stuff I used to listen to in college when I was working and studying was YouTube stuff. But anyway, whatever.
Wow,
Yeah.
cool. I mean, rest in peace was the moral of that story
Yeah.
because it's coming. I know. And I will mourn that loss aggressively, but seeing that full white screen, I swear I thought it was already dead. Like the fact that I pressed play and it played music is wild.
The fact that you had the awareness to scroll all the way down to know that the last button on that was shuffle is a kudos to you.
Dude, that's muscle
Yeah,
memory. Like
you're
that's
good.
not going away. It was one of two things. It's shuffle or now playing. And if it was now playing, I just had to press play twice and it was gonna work. So we got there. Who knows what I'm listening to right now? All my music or a playlist on shuffle. That's what's happening.
$5, Victor. She cries when one of those songs plays. Something
For
will,
sure.
will trigger the.
There's a
the
lot of
water
memories in
works.
there.
If I
Yeah.
do, you guys have to guess which one it was. I'll give you options. If I do, I'll
Yeah.
come back. I'll bring it back to the pod.
I
If
have
I
a
do.
story for Pillow Talk that ties into that. So let's switch gears.
Ooh.
Yeah.
I think that's a great place to end.
Oh my God! I think it is, isn't it?
Should I take us out to spare Vic's ill voice?
Please, I can't do
Um,
it.
Yeah, please do, because I'm still have the giggles. So
As Mark giggles away, y'all, thanks for showing up today and for staying around with the crew. We are To Live and Talk in LA. You can find us here live on Twitch and YouTube at 7:30 every Wednesday, or wherever you want, any day of the week. Stream us on Spotify Podcasts, Apple Podcasts, or wherever you get your podcasts. Stay around for Pillow Talk if you're a real G.
oh man, that was a lot of fun, man.
I'm glad you got a cackle in there. I feel like I
Oh, that's
missed
good.
the thing. I missed the thing that made you pop off that much. So I'm gonna
Yeah.
have to go back, and I'm
Yeah.
clipping that. I'm clipping you cackling in different modes, like you like this, and you like this, and you like this. That's what I'm envisioning.
He was like cry laughing. That's the thing. He couldn't even talk. It was
Yeah, when you can't
he
even
was just
speak.
laughing.
couldn't even catch his breath, dude. I was just.
Oh my
That's
God!
pretty
Oh my
good.
God! Yeah, and I didn't even record this on Zoom, so yeah, you gotta. That's on YouTube, so that's fine.
Dude, it's fine. I don't need. You don't have to record it on
no,
Zoom.
but for me, oh, that was so funny, man. Honestly, like you just, how do you react to
Yeah.
that? Like it's just one of those things. Like you're gonna be stuck inside. Like you're gonna just pause and be like, "What the fuck is going on right now? How do I combat this?" And
What
you
was it? Him shitting on the desk?
Yeah,
Is that-
no, he would
Yeah,
corner people
corner.
and then shit in front of them. That's
Dude,
so
I can't
bad.
even imagine.
That's such a
He's
terrible
terrorizing
sight.
the workplace, dude.
Yeah.
Like, that is terrifying.
and it's crazy that he's the higher up.
He's the
Like,
chief.
I think
Yeah.
that's the crazy thing too. It's like who's like no pun intended. Who's policing the police? Because this guy is just the what was it? The chief of staff or something?
Police
Fuck,
chief,
man.
dude.
No,
He's
he
a
was
fucking
police
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 chief. of
chief.
staff.
Like how he got there? I don't know.
They said
Oh
his
my-
uncle and his dad and somebody else was
Yeah.
police chief. So I think they just plugged him in. He just went crazy. He was just a
Yeah.
total dickhead. It's like,
Dude.
imagine your boss is
You
like,
said nepotism. You said that. Nepotism.
if my boss put a firecracker under somebody's chair, I'd be like, damn, this place is wild, dude. But then the rest of the stuff, that's
Dude,
that's
I
too
better be
crazy.
like, what the fuck? You know, like every turn, they're all wrong.
That
That's
would be
crazy.
good podcast content, though. Listen to what this guy did today. Dude, I wish. That's
Okay,
pretty
what's
funny.
worse? What's worse? One person getting approached by the chief of staff, cornered into a room, shitting in front of them, or all of the employees cornering the chief of staff and shitting in front of him while he's in the corner.
Well, I mean, the second
Which one's
one-
worse? You think it's worse?
I think the more people shitting is the worse. It's just like that, you know. But it's like if you shit in front of someone alone, or if they shit in front of you alone, like
Yeah.
no one will believe that the police chief took you in a room and took a shit. So it's like well, that's hard to deal
Dude,
with.
this is making
No
me
one will
sick.
believe.
My mouth is like watering in the not good way.
But
I'm gonna
also-
throw up, dude.
But also, like, I don't have that dog to have that on command. You know,
Yeah, you can't. I
Bro,
I
Bro,
could.
what if he planned them out? You know how like some people
know.
poop the same time every
Yeah.
day?
Mm,
What if he just scheduled his
twice or two or
his
three.
quarter shit, bro?
but it's like, all right, like if I was the police and I pull up my pants, like, I have
Here he goes
just-
You
again.
can't.
I'm
Yeah,
trying to-
he's-
I'm trying to get it out. It's like, wait a minute, give me a minute.
You're fucking sick, Mark.
he's gone
You're
again.
sick. You're sick.
Just give me a minute. I need a minute so I can do this.
Wait,
And they're
wait,
like,
shh, shh.
I have never seen him struggle this hard in my life.
Something's wrong with him. That's
Be
funny.
a pro. Be a pro. Be a pro. Yeah.
Your
Dude,
brain
yeah,
is
just take
breaking,
some
yeah.
laxatives before.
Yeah. You gotta
You'll be ready.
Get ready, dude.
He knew.
Ugh.
That's like me. If I go eat ramen, I know I'm on the clock, dude. I gotta get home. Okay, I can't go eat ramen with friends and then like go to a bar after. I need to get home. So maybe he
Aw.
just knows, you know,
That's
the
true.
police chief.
What were you gonna say? So you teased it in
Oh,
the show. Go ahead.
yeah. Well, okay, it feels stupid now. She was talking about music and something, whatever, and it reminded me that like just this week, a couple days ago, I texted my mom because I put an L. Remember I told you I was listening to LL Cool J. So
Yeah.
I've been listening to LL Cool J at work, and there's a radio station on Spotify, and it started playing this guy named Keith Sweat. Okay, I don't know if you guys have heard of Keith Sweat. This
Oh, yes.
dude is the shit. Okay, smooth talker. This is legit R&B, which I don't really listen to, but I was listening to this song called "Twisted" by Keith Sweat, and it reminded me of my mom, like because she used to listen to this in the car. It came out in '96, and so I'm like, that song unlocked a crazy memory of like me sitting in the car with my mom, and she would like sing along to this on the radio, and I had to text her that I loved her, dude. I was like, dude, mom, I love you so much. I'm listening to this song, Keith Sweat, and it reminds me of you. It's kind of funny because all of his songs are about like hooking up with chicks and like getting
I
it.
know him. I looked it up. I was like, who? I've
Yeah.
never heard of this Keith
Okay.
Sweat. I know that. Who can love you?
Listen to "Twisted" by Keith Sweat. Everybody's homework, because I listened to this song like 4 times in the last day, probably at least. Everybody go listen to "Twisted" by Keith Sweat and tell me you're not fucking grooving in the car, dude, or wherever you are. That shit is a jam. It reminds me of my mom a lot, though. But anyway, so this whole LL Cool J, the Keith Sweat playlist that I have, it just reminds me of being in the car with my mom. So I've been hitting that shit up this week. It feels
That
good.
is so fun.
It's
I'm
funny
gonna
to
play
be able to
this.
tap into that, you know?
No,
It's crazy how the brain works when the music really does just like whoosh, whip you back.
Absolutely. It happens to me all the time. And it reminds me of what video game I was playing and who I was hanging out with at the time is what I get hit with every time I listen to a song. It's like, I feel like I'm back in the car with whoever, you know?
There's
If
a
you no, go ahead.
there's a reason why, like, when you watch like old people who like essentially can't speak anymore, and you play their favorite record because that's how old they are. It's like their music's only on records. You'll start to see their foot move, and you'll start to see them kind of come back to life, like Weekend at Bernie's. It's because the music will do that to you.
If you played "Nobody" by Keith Sweat at any party in my
Nobody.
head, dude,
Yeah.
the doom, doom, doom. Oh my gosh, like everybody's crying, like everybody's
So
grooving,
good.
you know, like so. Yeah, you're totally right. That's a bop.
I came home today. I was listening to it when I pulled in at the crib over here, dude. Put it on the Spotify halfway. My girl walks in 2 seconds after I walked in the door. I just started putting the fucking moves on her, dude. Not even lying. I was standing there with just a shirt on. I was looking at her. Well,
He was
and
like-
underwear. But I'm like,
Like Winnie the Pooh.
come here. Yeah. I had to clarify. It's not a Winnie the Pooh situation. That's not okay.
It's just
not
standing
okay.
there like, what
No. I was there looking hot in underwear and a shirt. And she comes in. She
I
came
could
to-
almost crash out like Mike scratch out. Over you being
Just
Winnie
standing
the
there.
Pooh.
Think about it. You can do Winnie the Pooh. That's fine. I'm standing there looking like Winnie the Pooh. She comes up to me front side. I'm like, nah, girl, this is Keith Sweat. Turn it around, dude. We're grooving, bro. Like, this is different. Keith Sweat is he's really knew what he
Keith
was
Sweat
doing.
is not a face-to-face dance.
No. This is
No.
this is, you know. Or you are, but you're doing, you know. Then there's
Then
the
you're-
leg action, scissor stuff. I don't do that, dude. I'm a vato. Anyway, that was
Alright,
it.
Winnie
It's
the
just
Pooh.
music is crazy that way. It brings you back, you know.
Yeah, Babyface in the chat. That's another one too.
Mhm.
That's a good 90s
Baby
R&B.
face, dude. That's
Yeah.
fucking crazy.
Just the name is making me think of stuff. I forgot about Babyface.
Dude, every time I hear a Joe, I want to know. It makes me think of the time I almost made out with a girl in middle school, and I was like, it was so
Is that-
close.
Oh,
Yeah.
no.
It turns you
on.
on.
Oh,
that's good, that's
yeah.
good.
I
Yeah.
want to know. Such a good
You know what
song.
that takes me back to? Peaches and Cream. Peaches and Cream makes me remember being places. That's not
Have I
really
ever
big.
told you guys that Peaches and Cream was my first favorite song?
No.
Yeah, sure.
And when I was like in the first grade or kindergarten, and I used to, I remember asking for the first time in my life what the name of a song was because
Yeah.
I loved Peaches and Cream so much. I had no
I want
idea.
this CD.
My parents were getting divorced, you guys. I had no idea what was happening. But I love Peaches and Cream.
That's
Is that
a
B2, is
good
that
song.
B2K or who is that?
I
It's
don't even know.
it is B2K.
It is B2K.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Peaches and cream.
Oh,
Now
and it
it's
wasn't me. That's another one. Oh,
Oh,
Shaggy?
remember
112.
that? Yeah.
Yeah.
I used to sing that a lot too as like
oh,
a
it's
little
112.
kid.
Well,
Yeah, it was 112, not B2K.
Okay.
B2K was bump bump bump.
Uh-huh.
That was and oh shit, yeah, peaches and
How's
cream.
that Boys to Men? Yeah, dude. Throwback.
I'm
Oh,
taking
these
it
are so fun. Wait, do you guys remember that song? Do you guys listen to the song My Band by like Eminem and is
Eminem?
it D12?
It's D12, yeah.
Dude, I forgot about that song and then something in my head
song?
like reminded me these chicks don't even know the name of my band.
Oh, yeah, I know that song.
And then one day I just thought about it and I was like, that is such a good song. Like, why did I stop listening to this song?
There's a whole bunch of stuff that makes us happy, you guys. We're just not thinking about it that it's there.
This was the happy so.
No one shows it to us
We had a
anymore. We
happy
have to
side
go
today.
find it and bring it into our lives.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah,
Bring it to our pod.
you curate your own life.
Yeah.
You know what? And I know we talk about food a lot, but food will do that too. Food will
Yeah.
always kind of take you back and like, oh, it triggers something in your brain, and it takes you back, and that always does that for me. Food and music.
Like that, like
Mhm.
the taste of the wood on the popsicle stick. When I
True.
taste the wood on the little pot, I'm like, man, this takes me back to a little SpongeBob with the gumball eyes that never sat right.
Oh yeah, yeah. I used to have the WWF ice cream. Really
That's
well cooked.
right.
Mhm.
That's right.
That shit always slapped.
My aunt used
The
to,
Powerpuff Girls too.
we used to eat rice, like rice checks, like the cereal,
Uh-huh.
Mhm.
but like they don't have like sugar and stuff. So me and my aunt Jeanette, when she was still like young, I would hang out with her sometimes. We would get cereal and then we would put maple syrup in it. It's just kind of gross.
My mom would do that with the Cheerios. Or like
Yeah.
my mom bought Cheerios, so we'd wait for her to leave and we'd soak the bottom
She
of it.
showed me
That's
that.
awful,
My
dude.
aunt, my Thea showed me that. I'm like, I love that actually. I sometimes will do that, but it's like, am I gonna get a whole box of checks? No. But if I get the little mini, fun size one that you get sometimes at like soccer games or whatever, I will put syrup in that bitch. It's good.
That was, I mean, adding sugar to cereal was wild. Like, I remember I had friends, like, their family would get cornflakes, not like
Frosted
Flakes.
Flakes,
It
yeah.
was cornflakes, and it was that rooster, the green
Yeah,
and
the
red
green and
rooster,
red
rooster.
that
Mhm.
cartoon. And then what they would do is like, oh, you just gotta add your own sugar, and they would add so much
What?
sugar
Yeah.
that it was like, it was
You might as well
more
have got
than
a frosted flake, my
You
guy.
might as well.
Dude, Frosted Flakes are so good too. Their
They're
sugar's better.
so good.
Frosted Flakes is delicious.
It's so good.
Because yeah, you're bored. Like when I think of what was it, cornflakes?
Mhm.
You're just like, how boring. And when I see the rooster, I'm like, all right, get ready for the worst breakfast ever.
You know which ones I really like? That's the most boring cereal is Kix. Just the little dots.
Why
They're
are
like,
they
the
kind of
texture is
good?
so good. Putting sugar in those is worth doing. Like they're actually so good. If they
What
made
was their
frosted
thing?
Kix, I would lose my shit.
No way they never made a
I don't
frosted
think they
cake. Are
do.
you
I
serious?
think Kix is like
That was Cocoa
true to
Puffs.
themselves.
Dude,
Yeah,
what was
Cocoa-
kid?
I know it. I know this.
I think I know it. Wait, hold on.
Mm-hmm.
Wait, what's the question? I love cereal. What's the question?
What's the
What's the
catchphrase
catchphrase for
or the
kicks?
tagline for kicks?
Oh wait,
I
I'm
know
looking at
this.
the website. I have to not.
I think it's something like I love kicks or like I love
Kix,
no
it's
No,
something.
you're thinking Apple Jacks.
kicks.
I
The-
like I
Taste for kids?
no.
Wait,
You're like no.
that's
you're,
scratching it.
you kind of scratch the
Do
surface.
you know
here.
it? Do you know it, Mark?
No, I don't know.
it.
Oh,
What
I
is
don't-
it?
I can't.
What
think.
is
Just
it,
tell us.
Mark?
Just tell us.
It's kid tested, mother approved.
Mother
Oh,
approved. God.
yeah.
Yeah.
Shit.
Kicks.
Uh-huh.
Maybe that's why we were all suspicious because the moms were trying to recommend it and we were like,
Well, the reason why that's all because I remember commercials like a lot of them. But I remember at one point, me and my friend took the box and we wrote "kid tested motherfucker" and we thought it was the funniest thing ever. So that was another
That's
burn
pretty
memory.
good. It's so funny you guys got on the cereal topic because I've been watching these
Uh,
fucking YouTube videos. I don't know if you guys ever watch these, like British high school or British kids, school kids try American food for the first time.
Mm-mm.
And one of them is they try American cereals and they gave them Lucky Charms,
Lucky Charms are
fruit.
so good.
No, they did. Sorry, not Lucky Charms. Fruit Loops,
Still good.
Tricks,
Nah, I don't like tricks.
Reese's Puffs.
Nice.
Reese's
Yeah.
Puffs.
Peanut butter
And
chocolate flavor.
Cinnamon Toast Crunch.
Oh, and that's
The
another
taste
banger,
you
dude.
can
These
see.
are
Oh, yeah.
S tier cereals. I feel like
Dude,
pretty much all of
they
them.
fucking
Fruit
hated
Loops.
every cereal except for Cinnamon Toast Crunch.
Wow.
They hate it. They said it
They're
was
wrong.
nasty. And then they went on this whole tangent about how British people don't have fruit flavored cereals because they
don't
have
have
these,
fruit.
like in America, Americans, we have these flavors and then we put the food coloring dye in it so that it matches the fruit colors. And those colors are like illegal to eat over there because they cause like cancer shit and whatever. So they don't make those things. And that's why all their cereals gray basically or yellow.
Nobody wants to eat
Um,
gray, wet, soggy shit, dude. That's nasty. Cereal has to have color.
If you
There-
watch these videos,
No
you guys,
cereal's gray.
they really eat bland. Like the British really
Yeah.
do eat bland. But the takeaway of all of that was that Cinnamon Toast Crunch is the Excelsior of all cereals.
Cinnamon
There's
Toast
three
Crunch is really good.
3 thoughts I have on this one. First, Trix, while it's not the best cereal, makes the best cereal milk.
The
I think-
flavor is
they tried
good,
it.
but
Yeah,
something about Trix doesn't work for me. I can't eat them anymore.
but the milk
The milk is good. Yeah,
the milk is good from Trix.
for sure.
Second part, to combat and start, war with the UK. I don't fucking like when they put beans in their food like that, like for breakfast. Oh, dude,
think they're
that's-
They
different.
did a flip one that was American students, which the school that they did, I believe, was Lawndale High School, if I'm not mistaken, actually.
Wow, look at Lawndale.
And they did, it's these dudes, they're called Jolly. Look them up on YouTube, Jolly. But there's, and then they gave them beans on toast. They gave us beans on toast to try.
That's kind of weird.
And then everybody was like, what the fuck? And then they're like, oh, you don't pick it up with your hands? And all the British people were like, why would you pick that up with your hands?
That's the
Downey.
first thing I would do.
Downey, thank you. It was Downey High School, not
Uh.
Lawndale, excuse me. But then the British people were like, why would you try to pick that up? But in my head, I was like, yeah, I would have tried to pick, because we would
piece of
eat
bread.
open faced things like that. But they fork and knife it,
That's so-
and it was
People
not
use
bad,
utensils
but
are
not
whack.
great. Like it was not. Nobody in America is gonna adopt beans on toast any day soon.
Utensils are so lame, dude. That's where I'm at. Just to bring it back to Kix for a second, they only have
Yeah.
3 flavors. They got original. We all know this. They have honey Kix and berry Kix. I've never seen that. I don't think the honey ones are gonna be sweet though.
I want
Memory
to. I want to see
unlocked,
what that
dude.
looks
Boom.
like.
What does it go?
No,
Oh
the
my
berry
God,
kicks.
I forgot
Oh, you had
about
berry Kix?
these.
I've never tried that.
I've had it, dude. You blew my.
Oh,
memory.
yeah.
My
yeah.
memory thing just got like blown out right now. That's crazy.
I like Kix. I like the crunchy and texture of Kix. I'm gonna buy some.
Mm-hmm.
If they have these at the store, I will buy them and report back because I love
Please
cereal.
do.
I love
Please do.
cereal, and I always want to try different shit. Like I get kind of bored of eating the classics.
Dude, go get one of those little variety pack boxes with all the little and try them out.
Yeah, but those just have like Frosted Flakes and like Fruit Loop. They just have all the like the main, the main cast. I feel like they don't give you like
Weak.
odd cereals. No,
There was this
I don't know.
one.
I'll see.
I don't know.
There was a
Go, go.
store in the mall, and it was short lived, but it was like a cereal store, and they had all these I'm not gonna call it vintage because that will make it expired. But like they had all these like obscure cereals that you remember from your childhood that just kind of was like a flash in the pan, and they had like all these like kind of new wave like cool cereal that. I don't know. You had to be like super hip to know, and it didn't last long because no one was buying cereal that much.
Yeah,
was cool.
cereal stores are really risky endeavor. Like, what the hell? There's a lot
Yeah.
of weird cereals though.
I don't know how many people are eating cereal for breakfast nowadays, but I go pretty ham on the honey
I eat
bunches
cereal
ones with
before
almonds.
bed, dude. That's what I do.
Yeah.
Do you remember French Toast Crunch?
Yeah.
Oh, those
I
are
didn't like
awful,
them though.
dude.
No,
You know
I
which
just
other
remember
one
the-
I didn't like? The Wheaties. I was never a Wheaties fan.
Oh wait, well I like frosted mini wheats. Those aren't really the same though.
Those are better.
So
Those
those
are
are
better.
so good.
Digestible.
Wheaties were for gold medal Olympians.
Yeah, that's for athletes, baby.
Wow.
That's for bulk.
That was the whole thing. Like you had
Cap'n
no Wheaties
Crunch.
box.
I could do some Captain Crunch.
Cap'n Crunch is so good.
Fruity
God,
Pebbles.
if I could only pick
I
like
used to
three
think Fruity
cereals, it'd be
Pebbles
so
taste like
hard.
vomit. Dude, I can't do that.
I don't think I can either. It's too hard a question. I can't live like that.
We should do a cereal
Oh my god.
like bracket, like a we just kill them off.
Oh
until
my
we have the last
God.
cereal standing.
I would actually be 110% engaged if we did like a live
It's like a
ranking
March
or
Madness,
bracket
but
of
yeah.
cereal.
Bracket, that's what you call it.
I would love to do that.
A cereal based bracket. That's what they do in LORC. They do a lot of brackets, so we can
Dude,
do one specific.
I want to do it. I want that to be the first one. Vote.
we're
I'm
stealing
voting.
it, Lurk. Cereal
Yeah.
bracket.
I mean,
on deck.
brackets are
Come back, you guys.
people do.
Come
We've never really done a bracket, to be honest, ever on the show. I don't think so. It's
No.
pretty fresh for us. Cocoa
We'll do it.
Pebbles. Oh my god! See, this is
Dude.
hard, man.
Cocoa or fruity? No, don't do it yet. We'll wait. Put a pin in it.
This is gonna be really hard. Yeah, it's like we have
Come
to
back
just
for more, you guys. Come
we have
back
to
for
build
more.
this week, and then we'll come back. Do we have anything else? Is that a good place to wrap? What do you guys think? How are you feeling?
No,
I think
I think
I haven't
we'll-
eaten. I want to walk to this In-N-Out across the street, which I have not done yet. It's Wednesday
that's
after
a good
all.
place to end. Can you bring us
Alright.
some In-N-Out?
I got you
Yeah,
guys.
bro.
Thank you.
All right. Well, later pod. This was a fun one. Thanks for hanging out, everybody.
Oh yeah,
Thanks,
I
girl.
laughed, I cried, all the good stuff, dude.
And sad
do
at
it
the edge of your
again.
seat.